I'm healing. Yes, it's true. I am healing. And for a long time, this day felt like it would never come. There were moments when I couldn't imagine saying these words without doubt, without hesitation. I am healing. Even after everything, even after how long it hurt. For a long time, it felt like the days kept repeating. Heavy mornings, quiet nights, and the same questions returning. I remember thinking, maybe this is how it stays. Maybe this feeling never loosens. Maybe I just learned how to carry it. I was tired, not just in my body, but in the part of me that kept hoping. There were moments when even breathing felt like effort, when the mirror felt unfamiliar and I didn't recognize the person looking back. I kept moving anyway, not because I was strong, but because stopping felt impossible. Back then, the pain felt endless, as if time had forgotten me, as if relief was meant for someone else. I didn't believe this day would come, the day when things would feel lighter, the day when my thoughts wouldn't hurt as much. But slowly, almost without notice, something began to shift. It wasn't sudden, it wasn't dramatic, it was quiet. One morning, I realized the heaviness wasn't as sharp. One thought didn't spiral, one breath felt a little easier. I started seeing possibilities where before I only saw suffering. I started noticing solutions where there had only been doubt. I could look at myself again and recognize who I was, not fully restored, but present. The worst had passed, even though I once believed it never would. There are still steps ahead of me, this is not the end. There are still moments of uncertainty, but the difference is clear now. The fear no longer controls everything. I am not finished, I am not fixed, but I am no longer lost inside the pain. I am healing, not as a promise, not as a performance, but as a truth I can finally hold. I am healing, and I can see the way forward, even if it takes time. Healing takes time. And before I understood that I suffered, I wanted everything to resolve overnight. I wanted relief to arrive all at once, without waiting, without uncertainty. I used to whisper a prayer before sleeping, believing that by the morning everything would feel different, everything would be fixed. But it doesn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that. The nights passed and the pain didn't disappear. The mornings came and I was still myself, and then slowly I began to understand. Healing was already happening, not in the way I wanted, but in the way it truly is. Quiet, gradual, patient. Healing takes time, and I'm no longer fighting that truth. I don't wake up asking if today will finally be the day when everything feels resolved. I let the morning arrive quietly, without pressure, without expectations. There was a time when waiting felt unbearable, when every slow moment felt like being left behind. Now I understand that nothing was late, nothing was wrong, nothing was missing. Healing was moving even when I couldn't see it. I don't rush myself anymore, I don't push the process forward. I let it unfold the way it needs to. Some days feel calm, some days feel neutral, and that is enough. I don't need constant reassurance, I don't need proof of progress. I trust the quiet changes, the subtle shifts, the gentle easing inside. Time has been patient with me, even when I wasn't. Healing takes time, and now I let it. For a long time I measured my healing by looking at everyone else. I watched how far they had come, how confident they seemed, how certain their steps looked. And when I compared, my quiet pace felt small, almost invisible. I told myself I wasn't doing enough, that I should be further along, and my progress didn't count. While I was looking outward, I couldn't see what was changing inside. I didn't notice how much softer I had become, how much kinder my thoughts were, how much calmer my body see it differently. Progress doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need witnesses. It doesn't need to look impressive. My progress is gentle, but it is real. Without comparison, soft progress happens when I turn my attention back inward and allow my own pace to be enough. This too is healing. Is healing. For a long time, rest felt uncomfortable, like something I had to justify. I believed that stopping meant falling behind, that slowing down meant losing ground. Even in quiet moments, my mind stayed alert, as if rest needed permission. I was carrying that tension without realizing it, holding myself together long after I needed to, learning to rest again didn't happen all at once. It began when I noticed how tired I truly was, not just in my body, but in my thoughts. I started allowing pauses without filling them, without apologizing for them. Rest became a place, not an interruption. I learned that stillness doesn't erase progress, it supports it. Some days rest is simply sitting quietly, letting my breathing slow, letting the days soften. Other days rest looks like saying no without explanation, without guilt. I am learning to trust that nothing important is lost when I choose to rest. Healing needs space, and rest creates that space. I no longer see rest as something separate from who I am becoming. Learning to rest again is teaching me how to care for myself without conditions. And in this gentle rhythm, I feel myself returning. and I kept myself waiting. Every unfinished part felt like a flaw. Every slow step felt like proof that I wasn't there yet. I didn't allow myself to feel whole while I was still healing. But something began to change. I started noticing how much pressure I placed on myself, how often I postponed kindness until some future version of me arrived. I was healing, but I wasn't letting myself rest inside that truth. Now I see it differently. Healing doesn't cancel my value. It doesn't delay. It doesn't put my worth on hold. I am still healing, and I am still enough. Enough on the days I feel steady, enough on the days I feel unsure, enough even when progress feels quiet. I don't need to reach a destination to deserve gentleness. I allow myself to exist without conditions, without deadlines. Still healing, still learning, still becoming, and none of that takes away from who I am right now. I am not incomplete. I am in motion. I am still healing, and I don't withhold love from myself while I do. This understanding settles softly and gives me room to breathe. Still healing, still healing enough. I can feel it now. This chapter is settled. What once felt overwhelming no longer holds the same weight. I healed from what brought me here, from what once consumed my thoughts, from what I believed would never loosen. The pain taught me, but it no longer defines me. I understand something now that I couldn't see before. Healing doesn't mean nothing difficult will return. It means I am no longer afraid. When it does, other battles will come. Life will ask more of me again, and that is part of being alive. But I know myself now. I know how to pause, I know how to listen, I know how to stay grounded when things feel uncertain. I am more centered, more present, less shaken by what rises. What once broke me no longer has the same power. I carry strength differently now, not as armor, but as awareness. I don't rush ahead and I don't look back with fear. world. I move forward knowing that even when things get heavy again, I will recognize myself, and that knowing is where my calm lives now.